IVM.
All right, welcome to the 80th episode of Shunya One.
And we have a jam-packed episode full of all kinds of amazing guests, don't we?
Oh yeah, all kinds of amazing guests, because we're basically revisiting what we did for more than a year now.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? I mean, we've been doing this for a while. 80 episodes means more than a year.
Exactly. So 80th episode, I know you guys have been listening to a few rebroadcasts of our early episodes. What we want to do here is obviously revisit some of these awesome sort of conversations that we had when we first started out Shunya One. And for those of you who listen to us today, not sure if you've been the best kind of fan to actually go through every episode, but if you haven't, we have some nice, choicey ones which we want to showcase to you.
Sure, and I know there's definitely a difference, right? I mean, we can see that in our traffic numbers, right? I mean, our show has grown over the years.
Oh, yes.
Over the years, plural. See that? Yeah. But yeah, over the years, we've definitely grown. So, I mean, the earlier episodes probably didn't get the same degree of attention some of the later ones did.
That's
so
right.
I think it makes sense to kind of get some of our best conversations out there, right? The ones that we had. So, I'm really looking forward for people to hear Salvik's conversation again, where we were talking about how he set up Tata Click.
Right.
That was a really interesting one.
And the world of, how corporates should be getting into investing
with Mithin,
a lot more. Even as Tata, right? How big companies have sort of stayed away from the investing game. They've been doing stuff on the sidelines.
That's right. We spoke to both of them about that. So but we should do Mithin's episode as well.
Oh yeah, Mithin gave us some interesting perspective about India and the Valley and his love for China.
Yeah.
And how we're on our way to becoming that or something else entirely.
Absolutely. Also, I really was a big fan of Amrut's episode, right? I mean, Amrut Dhamal is one of the few people we've had in hardcore educational, right? I mean, it's not... we've had Zishan who did the app part of things, but I mean, what Amrit is doing is more kind of offline-online hybrid, which I thought was again a really, really interesting space.
Yep, it'll actually be great to sort of have all of these guys back with us, have renewed versions of their conversation, and we probably might do that in 2019. But we wanted to do a bunch of rebroadcasts of a few of our choicest episodes from the early days while we end this year out, and call it a small hiatus.
I think a hiatus is a good word. Shiladitya has been working too hard these days. He needs a vacation.
Well, I got one already.
Anybody who follows you on Instagram knows that you are in Bangalore one day and Indonesia the next.
That's true. I've been flying every week.
Yes, you have.
So I've been doing more flying than I've been doing Shunya One episodes.
Yes, yeah, that's true, actually.
I know.
That's not a good thing.
I know. I owe it to come back and do some interesting conversations. We have a lot of folks who actually we're waiting to record with, a lot of new guests. We'll probably have a few folks who have supported the show and been gracious enough to want to come back. Mm-hmm. But we want to make sure that, what we're doing, the conversations we're having are always the best quality, and we have the best kind of folks talking about all things tech.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think actually one thing that I would like to say is that if anybody has guests who you think that we should get onto our Slack channel and, suggest them to us. Tell us that, hey, you should talk to this person, you should talk to that person. We'll reach out and see if we can get them to come on board and talk to us.
Yes, absolutely. We're available to, get inputs from you guys on Slack, on Twitter, wherever you're listening to us or
Where
talking
are you on
to
Twitter?
us. I am at Shiladitya on Twitter.
You're at Shiladitya on Twitter?
Yes.
That's interesting to know. Okay, so tweet at Shiladitya on Twitter and tell him that you want to hear such and such people. See, I can do plugs.
Also at IVM Podcast.
There you go. IVM
or
Podcast.
At Amit.
There you go. So, yeah, tweet it all of us. Tell us what you want to hear.
Use the hashtag Shunya One.
There you go. Wow, look at that. Look at us promoting ourselves finally.
I know. This is all over. I have a few hashtags, tweets, which have happened over the years now that we have a bunch of episodes out there. And I think a few of these rebroadcasts will be interesting to bring all of those up again. And revisit this whole conversation series that we've been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, just again, I'm going to give you the same reminders I give you at the end of every episode. Please give us a rating on iTunes, give us a rating, give us a review, or wherever you listen to the podcast, just kind of do something like that. And join the Slack channel. That's ivmpodcast.com/Shunya1. There's a button over there that says join the Slack channel. Join that channel and come on board and let's talk.
Yes, so 80 episodes, wrapping this up. Listen to more of them coming in the coming weeks, and we will come back and talk to you with a brand new, let's say, season, but with episode 81 in January 2019. Thanks, folks.
How aware do you think you are of your laws and rights? Do you look up to laws when you are caught up in situations? Do you know what your rights are when you're stuck somewhere bad? Well, here's a show that can help you move an inch closer to being aware of what your rights are. Tune into Know Your Qanoon with me, Amber Rana. This is a podcast meant to answer all your law-related queries. Catch Know Your Qanoon every week on the IVM website or the app or anywhere you get your podcast from.
Look! Up in the internet! It's a meme! No! It's a cat video! No! It's the Geek Fruit Podcast!
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, the Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of the Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and the Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.